Hello, welcome back to the Fire Emblem, the Blazing Blade, Ironman Randomizer Taglocke, I think that's right. Basically, this is a part 2 to Epholo 8's part 1 episode for this series, and he explained it so much better than I ever could, so if you haven't watched the first episode of this series, there'll be a playlist in the description, and I'll also leave the link to both Epholo 8's channel, as well as Roshea's channel, which is going to be the player who is going to play the map after I finish my video, basically. But basically, just for a easy to follow along rundown, going forward, me, Roshea, and Epholo 8 are going to take turns playing Fire Emblem the Blazing Blade. All the units are going to be randomized. It's going to be Ironman, which means there's no resets, you know. If a unit dies, a unit dies. And I think we're still kind of iffy and not entirely too sure if, or like what we're gonna do if one of the main lords dies and we get a game over, so we're gonna have to come back to that. I'm not entirely sure what we're doing right now in terms of that, but anywho, this is going to be my part, and I'll be playing after Epholo 8 every single week as we upload these, and I think I will be uploading this on every Wednesday my time. I believe it might actually end up being Tuesday for you people in America and Great Britain and stuff like that. And I just want to start by saying thank you so much for everyone that joined the channel from Epholo's link. Thank you so much and welcome to the channel. I play a bunch of Fire Emblem, but I'm not gonna lie, I don't have a ton of knowledge, so you have to bear with me. But I have been having a ton of fun playing Fire Emblem the Blazing Blade as a little no reset run playlist, which you can go to my channel homepage, and I think it's the first link that will pop up when you go there. I also have been doing Fire Emblem the Sacred Stones blind. I tend to upload that once or twice a week usually, but the main thing right now is the Blazing Blade playthrough, and therefore I am very excited to get into this, as this is easily my favorite so far out of the Game Boy Advance trilogy. I just really like the characters and even the gameplay, the music, all that. Yeah, that's just something that I definitely prefer over some of the other ones, so I'm very, very excited to get into this. If, of course, at any given point you have any tips and tricks for me to learn, as unlike Epholo's playstyle, that is very intricate and very detailed in terms of the Fire Emblem content, I don't particularly know all of the mechanics so far. I mean, I can hold myself rather well in terms of what the game throws at me, but I don't know all the intricacies when it comes to affinities and weapon weights and all that, so please bear with me. If I make any dumb decisions, then yeah, I sincerely apologize beforehand. And just one more little disclaimer before we begin this episode. I had to do a bit of troubleshooting in terms of getting the save data to work, so I have actually seen the units that appeared in Epholo's previous video. So I did actually end up watching his upload for that as well. But for the time being, or you know, for the foreseeable future with this series, I'm feeling like I will be not watching any of the content that comes out until I record my part, just so it's a little bit more interesting, and just and I think that's kind of the main rule that we sort of decided between us three. One last thing I just want to mention is that my style of editing these videos, I'll occasionally make little small cuts throughout the video, and that's kind of how I do it. But please note that I will not be resetting or anything like that. You're going to have to take my word for it, of course. Or if you want proof, then you can hop on over to my Blazing Blade no reset run, and you'll see that there are particular units that I end up losing that I really like. So, you know, that there's kind of your proof that, you know, this is all genuine. But yeah, you'll just have to take my word for that. Anywho, enough room service and all that, all the explaining stuff. Let's hop into chapter 12, Birds of a Feather. Let's go. Okay, so basically we'll be, oh look, it's Roshea. That's a very good sprite, actually. So I have actually seen all three of our sprites, which were introduced in the previous video, and I have seen all the classes because I needed a little bit of help in terms of creating color palettes, as this was the first time I had done anything in terms of ROM hacking or anything like that. Please stay excited for my little color palette when my character appears at some given point in the future, because I do think it turned out pretty cool. But anywho, I'll be skipping the story, obviously. But if you do want me to, or if you want to see me read through the story and react to it, then there's the Blazing Blade playlist on my channel, which you can go check out. We're in chapter 12. I believe we gain 4 units, I think, if I'm not mistaken, which appear from the north side. I believe it's Hector, Oswin, Sarah, Matthew. Although don't quote me, it has been quite just a little bit of time since I've played this map, and there is actually quite a lot of enemies, so I gotta be very careful, because I hope I don't drag everyone else down. I suppose we'll start off with a little unit review, just to see, because like I said, this is a fresh save data for my, from my perspective. So let's just, I'll be rather quick, because, we already did this within the previous video that Epholo did, but just so I'm just up to speed. So it looks like Marcus is pretty crazy here with the 18 strength and skill, as well as some really high defense as well. His paladin stats have definitely carried over. He's going to be getting some crazy kills, I can already tell you. Lowen here, lo and behold, as I like to say, his stats aren't as great, although I do wonder, I'm not entirely too sure what a brigand promotes into. I wonder if it's like, like Dorcas's class, if it's like an axe fighter sort of situation. I'm not entirely too sure, but I do know that he has an affinity with Rebecca, which I'm sure if you watched Epholo's video, you do know that I quite like her. So, if we can get some stat boosts from a little affinity with Lowen here, it might be worth looking into. Speaking of Rebecca, these are the stats we're working with, I see. Alright, fair enough. And I did actually hear from someone that Rebecca does tend to be one of the weakest units in this entire game. However, in our playthrough, or in my playthrough of Blazing Blade, my Rebecca is ridiculously good, or she's very viable in terms of the enemies that the game throws at me. So I'll put a picture up of my current stats of my Rebecca. So I almost feel like I could make this work. We're gonna have to do a lot of grinding and a lot of items on this girl here, but I think it might turn into something special. And I did also hear that flyers now have a 3x weakness to arrows now. There's been a little bit of messing around in terms of that, and game balance and stuff is what I heard. So she might actually be rather good. Not to mention she does have 7 move, so she might be able to carry a few characters around and stuff like that. Hopefully she doesn't die, but we shall see, Roshea here, of course. Yeah, look at that gorgeous sprite. He has... Right, okay, so I did watch the previous episode, and we did pick up a heavy spear, which I believe we can't use right now. It's a D rank, of course, and we're about halfway through either, so I don't think it'll be too... difficult to level that up. And also, he does have 16 aid, which is rather high, so I think... Isn't Hawkeye have 16 weight? So 16 aid's pretty ridiculous. Strength and skill is a little low, but I'm sure he'll, with some promotions and stuff, I'm sure he'll be really good. We have Dorcas here, which is an absolute tank of a unit. Dorcas, or Dork Boy as I like to call him, one of my favourite characters in Blazing Blade. Weirdly enough, he'll probably end up being in top 5 of my favourite Blazing Blade characters. But he is an absolute tank, and look at that, 11 strength, as well as 8 skill, and 30 HP on level 4 is rather good. I know he does get insane HP as the game goes on. And might I just add as well, this is the first time I've ever touched anything Fire Emblem that's been randomized, so I'm not entirely sure if these characters grow in similar ways as the originals or not, but I suppose there's only one way to find out, right? And we do have an Iron Blade Lance Reaver, an Energy Ring, increases strength. Oh, okay. Cool. And a Vulnerary. I know Epholo said I would use the energy ring on Rebecca, which it might happen, we'll see. We also do have Bartray with Phyllis Might, which I didn't entirely understand what it did until I watched the video, but it seems like it increases attack by 10, I believe, which is pretty ridiculous. So Rebecca might actually be able to get some good EXP, as well as some other units that are weaker, such as, Lowen. If we need to train him up, then we can do that as well. Also pretty crazy to get a dancer this early on, so good stuff. I've never used Bartray in my life, but I might just have to for this playthrough. Okay, that's about it for the little unit review and my thoughts, I guess, which I might actually do at the start of each video, as I usually do read story and stuff in these early segments of the videos, but obviously we're not doing stories this time around. So anywho, let's jump into it. We have a lot to get through. Hopefully this video isn't too long, and hopefully you guys are ready for ready for this journey that we have ahead of us. For the time being, I suppose Rebecca's first job here, I think maybe later on Pegasus Knight's join, but I think we're fine for the time being. Although I gotta be careful with some of these archers and stuff. Does he have like a longbow or something? No, he's just got an iron bow. Alright, for the time being, I'm gonna head Rebecca up this way to get the items over there. I also believe that the villages as well as the items are also randomized, so that's good. I might as well put low in here, increase the support, and then Dorcas or someone can deal with some of these characters up here. Suppose we can go into the fortress for now. How much defense do you have, by the way? You got 5, I guess, and these are axe units anyways, so we should be fine. You have the iron blade equipped. Okay, cool. And I believe kind of the strategy, or what I'm trying to do here, is what was it again? We'll be getting Oswin this turn, or not this turn, but this map, and they do share a support, so I'll try and keep that in mind. I think Marcus can kind of wait in the back. I also do think, yeah, he does have a longbow, which is pretty crazy, so he can wait around there, I suppose. Roshea, so Roshea would have Elliewood's supports, right? I guess I'll put you next to Marcus then, they might have a good bonus of sorts. For the time being, I will get the Dancer EXP, because that's always good to do, even though it's only 10, but that's fine. Let's end our turn, and let's see what happens. Okay, Dork, yep, you look at, and also these color palettes look incredible, especially Dorcas here, very cool with the, you know, it's like another variant of him, but you still can see that it's Dorcas. It's really cool. Alright, let's pick up the item, although let me just double check. With this archer, I've got to be extra careful, especially with the stats that Rebecca has here. Alright, let's go ahead and move Rebecca up to the village, and let's take a look what's here. Okay, what do we get? Energy ring! Oh, perfect! Okay, well, I guess she could use it in the next turn. I suppose the idea was that, you know, Dorcas was going to give it over. And to be fair, his strength is rather high for this early on in the game, so I don't think that's fine. Although, I don't think that's fine, sorry. I mean, I think that's completely fine to just leave him as you know, as he is, I guess. But I'm not going to try and be too greedy. I'll use one power, what are they called? Power rings? Energy rings, and I'll let Roshea or Epholo decide on the use of the other one, I think. But for the time being, we did actually get one, so that's really cool. We'll use that on Rebecca. Let's take a look at the shop, and okay, some vulneraries. Alright, let's get, maybe like, yeah, I'll get like 2, I guess. You can never go wrong with that. And let's see some of these dangerous, oh, this is, we're getting into risky territories here now. So, okay, he's gonna do 4 back, okay. So I guess, Dork should be fine, although you have 5. Let's see what Roshea can do. You have the Autumn's End, which is a lance. Okay, so you don't have a sword weapon, do you? And the Lance Reaver, I think, is also weak to axes, if I'm not mistaken. So that's a little bit of a shame. Although we do have a Dancer here, obviously, so that is another option to take. What we can do is maybe we can give the 75? Yeah, I think that's fine. We'll okay, cool. We'll give Roshea the EXP here, and nice level up, cool. And what a cool palette with the purple. It's kind of like a Dark Knight of sorts, isn't it? A 4 ping level up. Nice to see. Okay. So what I'll do, yeah, we're gonna increase your spear usage while we can. What I could do is come down here. What is your range? Your range is up to there. Okay, I kind of have to think this one through. You can also reach with the longbow, can't you? And one-shot him, apparently. Which is pretty crazy. I do have to think this one through. Because again, like, you have to understand as well, the pressure of this, in a sense, is that, like, if I mess up, then everyone also messes up, so I gotta kind of, you know, do my best. Okay, I think I've made up my mind. I'm gonna go use the iron bow with Marcus here. That's a very cool palette. I guess he got, like, 15 years younger, because look at that, it's like a teenage Marcus here. What we can do now is, I don't think you have anything crazy, hopefully not. I mean, it's just the early stages, so we should be fine. Let's get Dorcas up to the front. He's gonna get fallback, but I think that's fine. I will hit with a 16, and then we can dance Marcus and finish off the job with a long, the longbow, of course. So, cool stuff. Okay, and I'm guessing the Brigand is gonna be fine in terms of danger zones, yep. Okay, so let's dance Marcus, and I'll move one space up. And I should be... We are in the danger zone of that guy, but also keep in mind that Marcus does have 10 in defense, so he should be fine, at least for one hit. And we also do have vulneraries and stuff like that coming our way with Team Lowen and Team Rebecca down there, so we should be okay here. We have a bunch of brigands coming down this way. Yep, knew he was going to attack there, but that is only a 4 hit. I don't think you're going to double. Yep, cool. So, I guess I calculated that right. Cool. And if I'm not mistaken, I think, it's either... I don't know if it's based on turns, or if we get up to about halfway through the map, we'll be able to get more, units, in a second, so, I'm not too worried about that. Let's see here. I do want to build up these supports, like I said, so we'll get you to, here. Suppose I'll use the energy ring. Again, I'll leave the energy ring that Dorcas has up to either Epholo or Roshea. I could also get a lucky hit in, or not even a lucky hit, I could get a hit in with Rebecca here, just for that tiny little EXP. What is your danger zones? Okay, so you tend to be, you're completely fine. What I might be able to do... It's a 9 hit, is it? Or a 9 damage, I don't think, yeah, because Dorcas is going to finish him off, that's the issue. Unless maybe if you use the Lance Reaver? No, you're going to finish him off either way. You know what, I'll just dance for Rebecca, and I'll just get a 1 hit in, just for the tiny bit of EXP, because we have to get as much as we can. And you got, okay, cool, you have a 7 in attack, I guess, 7 damage. And look at that, it's just like a younger Wrath, you know? I love the design. Very much so, or the color palette I should say. Okay, so now we have to deal with these soldiers up here. So, okay, I think Marcus is going to be fine. Marcus is going to be a unit that I think is going to be definitely super useful in the long run. Especially, I believe he already has an A rank in bows, so he'll be able to wield crazy weapons already, like brave bows, silver bows, killer bows, all that kind of stuff. So, I think that's definitely a unit I do want to bring forward. Let me put, this is a weapon shop, isn't it? So let's take a look, and I'll lure out with Dorcas here. Okay, I'm gonna buy an iron sword to give to Roshea. Iron bow, iron axe. I don't actually remember if anyone else needed anything. Although, who else do we have? I'm trying to think now. I think that's fine, right? Yeah. Although we could get another iron bow just in... Oh, sorry, I'm full, so that's fine. I'll just settle with the iron sword for the time being. And, okay, I do want to give that to Roshea. So, I'll bring you up. I think that's outside the danger zone, if I'm not mistaken. Well, yeah, let's increase the support with Marcus here. Okay, alright, so I guess maybe... Is this where we get... No, we still don't have the recruits. Okay, that's fine. And they're coming down this way. Alright, interesting. Oh, here comes the soldier here. Or the bandit, I should say. And one shot. Although, oh, maybe I should have equipped the iron sword or something. Oh, nice! Weapon level increase. We have the sword, of course. Dorcas as a hero unit is going to be pretty ridiculous, so cannot wait for that. How many are there? Okay, so this is where the characters join us. And who do we have here? Okay, we have... Oh, we only get 2 units. Maybe I was thinking of Sarah and Matthew for the Hector mode, perhaps? So maybe we just get these 2. Let's take a look. We'll take a look at the man himself, Epholo 8, and he does indeed have 18 HP, so maybe that was a sign of luck. As a mage, I suppose. Interesting. So the same class as characters like Eric, of course, in this game. And magic is 6, skill 5, 6, 6, 7, 0. Okay. not too bad. I could completely see this, you know, with promoted stats being a really, really cool and really strong unit. I'm not entirely sure what light affinity does, so someone's gonna have to let me know down below. So I'm sorry, I can't really provide with that information. We have Fire, Vulnerary, and Winter's Howl, which is an E rank weapon, I guess, with 10 might. Okay, so I believe from what I heard, the what do you call them, like the specific weapons such as the rapier, the wolf's bale, and the mani caddy have been replaced with weapons that kind of suit the class, if that makes sense. So we do have the Winter's Howl. Okay, interesting stuff. And you have a C in elemental magic. Interesting. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, so I guess you'd be pretty good. And we have Oswin as a Hector unit, I guess. We have a Hector unit, Lord Oswin, with 16 strength and 15 defense. Talk about ridiculous, with 14 constitution and 13 aid. I mean, I'm telling you, even as a relatively Fire Emblem novice, this unit is crazy. Level 9 as well. I'm not entirely sure what Dark Affinity does. It's not going to tell me, is it? So I guess that he's more compatible with other Dark units, maybe? Do we have a... Let me just check. Oh, okay. The Dorcas is also Dark. That might give us some nice bonuses. I'm not entirely too sure, but that's cool. Again, please let me know down below for any little information that I'm missing, you could say. He has 2 wolf bales. Of course he does. Okay. Fair enough, he has 2 wolf bales. That is crazy. And a B in axes. This character is going to be ridiculous. I don't particularly remember what promoted Hector gets. I think he gets a sword, right? Or was it lance? I think it was swords. I'm not too sure, but for the time being, 2 wolf bales. I like the sound of that. But we have to be very careful here. I might actually help them out with the units down here. However, there is also a lot of stuff going on here that we need to deal with. This might be a bit messy. We do have forests that we can hide inside of as well. Let's take a look how much Oswin does. He gets 0 damaged, and he'll do something crazy like 22. Fair enough, fair enough. So I believe because Epholo is written over Hector, these 2 will get a support as well, so we might try and stick them together if need be. But for the time being, we can double this soldier here. This could be a good option. Also, of course, how much are you going to do with the mage? Winter's Howl, 16 with a 58 hit rate. That might not be the best thing to do. What is your danger zones, actually? Maybe we could lure them instead, although this archer is going to be a bit of a problem from what I can tell. But from what I can see, Oswin is going to tank everything. The issue is Epholo. I'm not sure if he'll be able to tank a lot of stuff or not. Let me just take a look. 6 damage. Yeah, so if they all attack Epholo, this could be gnarly. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, let's deal with some of this stuff as well. So I think what we'll do is I will get... Okay, so Dork can't actually reach, which is a bit of a problem already. I don't think the dancer can... Oh, I guess the dancer could dance Dork if need be. But I think the other brigands are completely fine because they actually can't move too much. So what we should do... sorry that my turns are taking so long, by the way. I do apologize about that. I could actually get him with Marcus. How much are you gonna do with Autumn's End? Yeah, so Roshea is actually not super good. Oh, I should have traded the sword over right now, actually. That was terrible of me. I'm sorry about that. Okay, so what is... Your range is there, so if I can actually get you down here... 94 with longbow, we should be fine, with the other brigands, because we can just dance Marcus and then finish the other one off, I think. Yeah, it looks like it. Do we need to give EXP to someone else firsthand, or is that too risky? So... Hold on, your movement is 5, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you can't move anymore, okay. Which means you're 5 as well, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so they can't move here, so I think that's their max range. And you're not going to be able to... You have 5 as well, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you'll be fine. So if we do actually get someone here to do a extra hit, that is also viable. And then we can finish off with Marcus, if that makes sense. You don't have a long ranged, so I suppose... Well, can Roshea help out over here in any ways? No, he's just not going to reach. Okay, well, I guess... Do you need to buy anything else, actually? Heavy spear, I suppose, like, the sword, although you could hold on to another iron sword, to be fair. We could get you it just in here. It's either that or increasing your... although if I do put a character here, then the next brigand's going to attack, so I gotta be careful there. Right, let's see, let's get... We get a lucky 7 with Rebecca, yeah, let's do that. We'll get the 7... Although, I have to be very careful. I have to be incredibly careful. I think we're okay. I think we're completely fine. Okay. Maybe, I might have been thinking of another map that has Pegasus Riders. So maybe that's fine. Again, 10 EXP is more than enough right now. As much as I can give her is as much as we need. And also Bartre's getting some nice EXP, as you can see. I'm gonna go for Marcus and use the longbow to finish off the job. With, don't miss that 94, that's definitely not what I want to see. Okay, cool. And we'll finish him off, cool. And we'll get Lauren down here. And I suppose we could keep Roshea down here. These two are going to be okay. I mean, I know Oswin's going to be fine. Is Epholo going to be okay? We could technically rescue Epholo and do that, because he's going to tank everything. So what we might actually do... What is your range? Your range is there. I'm just going to play this incredibly safe. So... Hold on, you can move down there. Okay. So I'm going to use the 11 times 2 fire. Oh, I'm so sorry. I got to turn the animations on. Oh, I really wanted to see the animation of Epholo there. Of course, because we are doing solo to turn off the dancer animation. So let's just turn those on. And yeah, okay. And so what I was thinking was I was just going to rescue Epholo for the time being. And in that case, Oswin's going to be able to tank everything, and Epholo will be unharmed, basically. Meanwhile, I can now, because we've blocked off the archer's territory, we can move Roshea up a little bit more. So let's get you... Oh, let's get you up to here. Again, you're a lance unit, so you're not going to be able to do too much against these axemen. But hopefully we can get some... Oh, look at Oswin! Oh my god, that looks great! He looks like a Saint Seiya character, you know, with the bronze sort of armor going on there. That's very cool. Of course, I think my calculations are right. I think Rebecca's fine. I don't think she's gonna get attacked. And as you can see, Oswin's doing crazy damage already. He missed that one, but that's completely fine. We still have next turn, of course. Okay, and he's going for the iron bow here. What we could do is make all the units go up above this road and get all the brigands to kind of follow us. And sort of have these strong units blocking this off. That might be the safest route. But now, for now, sorry, I suppose we'll, yep, okay, let's get a Roshea kill, while we can, I suppose you could say. And I think Roshea is going to be completely fine with getting hit at least once, so if Oswin can get rid of one of these enemies, we should be completely fine. Meanwhile, what is your danger? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you can attack there or there. Okay. Again, I am very happy that this game has a little cursor that you can explain your little strategies to if you're making videos, so it's always a nice little detail that they added in, I suppose. To be fair, this is kind of EXP City for Rebecca, so I might as well give it to her while I can. As much, I definitely do want to see Oswin, not Roshea, Epholo's animation if I can, but there's only 2 more enemies here, so we'll have to see. Obviously I could drop, but then he might be in danger of getting hit. I know mages can't tank too many hits, you know, too well. So, you know what, I'm really just going to play it safe. If we can't watch Epholo's animation this time around, then I'm sure that you'll be able to watch it within Roshea's video or something like that. So, for the time being, we could also use Phila's Might to finish or increase Rebecca's strength and finish off some of these bandits, because these guys aren't going to be able to reach us. For the time being, Marcus is completely fine to get rid of this guy. So And we can also get Dorcas up front to attack as well. So you know what? We might actually do that. Let's do that. I'm going to fill his might. And I also did hear a little tip and trick from the man himself, Epholo. Apparently, the stat boosters carry over if you actually rescue a character. So that's pretty crazy. So you're doing 17 now. Unfortunately, you can't finish him off, but that's okay. We might as well go for it and do that. And just one more hit and you'll be able to level up, so that's good. And okay, let's get you with the Iron Blade, of course. And yeah, let's go for it. Fire Emblem the Iron Blade. And finish this bandit off. If you don't like shitty puns and jokes, I do apologize, because that is half my commentary. No, maybe not half. Maybe about 10%, but still. My point still stands. Okay, so let's get Marcus to finish that guy off here. Again, it's always good to have a 100% hit rate with some of these characters. And I'm going to put Lowen next to Rebecca here, so that they can get a boost up if possible. The boss is coming down here, so we might run into a bit of trouble. And look at you go, Roshea. You pulled a critical. I do really like the purple as well, like I keep saying, but it gives off like Dark Knight sort of like vibes, you know? Sort of like anti-hero sort of thing. They're going upwards, which is really interesting, so we might actually just continue with these. I suppose I could drop Epholo off, just so we can see Epholo's color palette, if possible. And, okay, let's just see what we're dealing with here, because I don't want to, you know, worry about EXP or, you know, farm EXP. Yeah, you're only going to do 18. So this Zagan, I guess, is going to be a bit of a problem. However, they're not actually going to reach us until next turn. So I can't really check what how much he's going to do against Dorcas. What do you have? You have a Steel Axe, which I believe is rather strong, with 11 strength, which might be worrying. I don't know. I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not entirely too sure, but and how much? Yeah, you're going to do 17. You're only going to be able to about half his attack, or half his HP. What if we used Filler's Might? I know I shouldn't be using it too much, because it only does have 13, what do you call it, like 13 uses. But is that going to be enough to one-shot him? Or... I feel like I don't want to risk it, so... You know what, for the time being... Let's... Because what we could do is... yeah, we can put Dork onto the fort here, and finish this guy off after Rebecca gets a hit in, I think. So I'm gonna move Marcus out the way. Or I suppose you can go down here. And let's get you to get... Okay, 6, cool. I just wanted to do this because she's just about to level up, and, you know, she might get some we'll see. Can't hope too much. Okay though, 3 ping's not bad. And I believe skill is how high the critical percentage is, or something like that. Again, I'm not entirely too sure, but, okay, no, it is. Oh no, it's the accuracy, I see. Okay, so that's good. Again, I mean, her skill's nearly in the double digits, so she might end up being viable. I don't know. I'll have to put in a bunch of work with her, but hopefully we can make it happen. 72%, 77%, and you got the 92 with the Iron Sword. Yeah, we'll go with this then. It's 13, cool. Sorry, I was just double checking, because, you know, I'm not great with numbers, let's put it that way. One of the reasons why, funny little story, one of the reasons why I kind of stopped playing Genealogy of the Holy War in my own time was because that game makes you subtract the sum of the HP and stuff, or like the damage, by yourself. It doesn't do it automatically, so yeah, that was proving to be a bit of an issue, but let's see, can you tank this? And you got a 14% hit, which should be fine. Yep, okay, cool. And what we can do now is, if you can double, yeah, nice. We have 8 left, so someone might actually get a crazy EXP boost and a level up with this. And of course, Dorcas is in the fortress, so he has higher evasion as well. You might be able to finish that guy off. Good stuff, good stuff. Now, I just got to double check one thing. Although we might not actually reach in time. Is this, I'm not entirely sure if this map is a defeat all enemies or just defeat the boss, because that does... Oh, okay, it is defeat all enemies. Okay, well, we can take our time with the characters up north as well then. Let's see if Rebecca's got 4. we do have quite the advantage here, so we could actually use, again, I'm sorry I keep using Phil's Might, I know it's a bit of a waste, but I believe in this, this young lass here, that's all I can say. Yep, let's go for it. I would like you to get another level up, and I think a boss is going to do just that. I think we'll get enough EXP, hopefully. Not enough, okay, that's okay, that's okay. You're gonna level up next turn, so that's fine. Or you know, next, actually maybe next turn. Although, your speed is 8, our speed is 10. Does that mean we double? Does it mean it doubles if we have higher speed, or does it need to be like 5 higher or something? I'm not entirely too sure there. Again, please let me know down below if there is any, you know, bits and pieces. Again, I am sorry that I don't know exactly everything about how these games work, but hopefully my commentary makes up for it somehow. Again, I'm going to try and increase Epholo and Oswin's, what is it called, support here, while I can, and same as Loman and Rebecca. So let's end our turn, and everything else should be rather straightforward. Again, I'm not entirely sure if this is going to double or not. No, it's not, okay. So I guess you do need about maybe 5 increase in skill, not skill, speed or something like that. And yeah, Oswin's just going to tank that. And let's take a look at Epholo's color palette, because I think he might just be the only character we haven't seen. Although in this video we didn't show off Lowen's sprite, but I believe Epholo did show that off in the previous one, so if you are interested, go check that one out. But for the time being, you're not going to be able to finish anyone, but I suppose we could get a cheeky little fire in, and then you can... You have this... Oh, you don't have the sword yet. I just realized I hadn't traded that over. Wait, no, I just realized I was gonna say, like, Roshea, you should, trade that over, but I don't think he's gonna be watching this before, he records next, so, he might just have to figure that one by himself, but, that might be, you know, fun to watch too. You're gonna do 9, okay, so I do have to be rather careful here now that I think about it. You are going to do 9, so you might be able to finish off the archer here. Although you can't actually reach the brigand, is that what they're called? The fighter here. So... again, wait, how much defense do you have? You have 7 actually. Okay, that's actually not too bad. Let me just actually check how much you're getting hit back by. You're getting hit by 3. Okay, so maybe that's not too bad. Let's get the fire in with Epholo. Oh, look at that. That is cute. I like the green and the with the brown hair and the brown clothes as well. It's a very cute little color palette. I like that a lot. Also, I do find it super funny how the mage animation, they like trip a little bit. They like stumble a bit when they spin back. I don't know. It's just a little thing I noticed, but yeah. Let's finish this guy off with the Iron Axe. Even though Oswin is an absolute tank now, it just means he's going to be more tankier the more levels we put on him, so we might as well give as much EXP as we can. And Roshea's going to get hit by 8, so he'll be able to tank 2 of those. So I might as well go for the lucky hit, and again, like I said, it could lead to something like a critical. He's going to be fine next turn, from what I can tell anyways, because he's only going to attack once, so that's fine. Alright, let's see. Okay, you can finish him off then. Go for it. Alright, cool. And I think that is another level up for us. Cool. And let's see what we get this time. And nice, we got a strength and a luck and HP. HP is always a lifesaver, as they say. Let's get the Dancer experience. Do I need to worry about any more supports? Let me just check. I don't think Marcus and Dorcas, they kind of have rhyming names, but I guess they don't support. I'll move you out the way so that you don't support there. Although Dorcas and Bartray, I believe, probably have a support. I mean, they were introduced at the same time, so I could only imagine they have a support, so I might as well just do that real quick. And, okay, I suppose we'll end our turn. Now, is Roshea gonna... Okay, cool. It's gonna miss, sorry. And that means I'll be able to hopefully give the kill off with Roshea here. If not... Oh, there we go, nice. Oh my god, 6 ping. And a weapon level increase, so we can use the heavy lance now. That's fantastic, actually. I'm sure Epholo is proud of me. No, because I do remember Epholo mentioning that, like, oh, we need to increase the stats of the of Roshea to, you know, wield the heavy lance and all that. I might give this one to Epholo just because he's level 1, so, although if he misses this, then, okay, cool. good stuff. I think that was dealt with rather well. So that about wraps up this episode of the Fire Emblem The Blazing Blade Ironman Randomizer Taglocke. That's going to take some time for me to, be able to speed through that without stumbling on that. But anywho, thank you so much for watching this video, and also welcome to anyone who is joining this channel for the first time. If the schedule does go to plan, I will be playing this Taglocke Blazing Blade once a week, but also I will be uploading, I tend to upload usually about 5 or so Fire Emblem videos a week these days. So if you are interested in any of that, but are still not subscribed, then, well, I'm not telling you that you have to, but yeah, if you want to be notified about when I upload, then that's definitely the best way to do it. But for the time being, I'm going to end this one off here. All I can say is good luck, Roshea. Hopefully things go well. Hopefully things go well, that's all I can say. Anywho, I have been Tatsunami. I had a ton of fun, and hopefully you guys did too. Hope to see you all next time. Bye bye.